Book of Isaiah, chapter 10. You are doomed. You make unjust laws that oppress my people. That is how you prevent the poor from having their rights and from getting justice. That is how you take the property that belongs to widows and orphans. What will you do when God punishes you? What will you do when He brings disaster on you from a distant country? Where will you run to find help? Where will you hide your wealth? You will be killed in battle or dragged off as prisoners. Yet even so, the Lord's anger will not be ended. His hand will be stretched out to punish. The Lord said, Assyria, I use Assyria like a club to punish those to whom I am angry. I sent Assyria to attack the godless nation, people who have made me angry. I send them to loot and steal, and trample on the people like dirt in the streets. But the Syrian emperor has his own violent plans in mind. He is determined to destroy any nation. He boasts, every one of my commanders is a king. I conquer the cities of Cano and Karchishim, the cities of Hamath and Arpad. I conquered Samara and Damascus. I stretch out my hand to punish those kingdoms who worship idols, idols more numerous than those of Jerusalem and Samara. I have destroyed Samara and all its idols, and I will do the same to Jerusalem and the images that are worshipped there. But the Lord says, when I finish what I am doing on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, I will punish the emperor of Assyria for all his boasting and all his pride. The emperor of Syria boasts, I have done it all myself. I am strong and wise and clever. I wiped out the boundaries between the nations and took the supplies they have stored. Like a bull I trampled on the people who live there, and nations of the world were like a bird's nest, and I gathered their wealth as easily as gathering eggs. Not a wing fluttered to scare me off, no beak opened to scream at me. But the Lord says, can an axe claim to be greater than the man who uses it? Is a saw more important than the man who saws with it? A club doesn't lift up a man lifts up a club. The Lord Almighty is going to send disease to punish those who are now well fed. In their bodies there will be a fire that burns and burns. God, the light of Israel, will become a fire. Israel's holy God will become a flame, which in a single day will burn up everything, even the thorns and the thistles. The rich forests and the farmlands will be totally destroyed in the same way that the fatal sickness destroys a man. There will be so few trees left that even a child will be able to count them. A time is coming when the people of Israel who have survived no longer rely on the nations that almost destroyed them. They will truly put their trust in the Lord, Israel's holy God. A few of the people of Israel will come back to their mighty God, even though now there are many people in Israel as there's many people in Israel as there are grains of sand in the sea. Only a few will come back. Destruction is in store for the people, and it is fully deserved. Yes, throughout the whole country, the sovereign Lord Almighty will bring destruction, as He said He would. The sovereign Lord Almighty says that His people who live in Zion, do not be afraid of the Syrians, even though they oppress you, as the Egyptians used to do. In only a little while I will finish punishing you, and then I will destroy them. I, the Lord Almighty, will beat them with my whip as I beat the people of Medan at the rock of Oreb. I will punish Assyria as I punished Egypt. When that time comes, I will free you from the power of Assyria, and their yoke will no longer be a burden on your shoulders. And the enemy army has captured the city of Ai, and they have passed through my groin. They left their supplies at Mishmash. They have crossed and passed and are spending the night in Geba. The people in the town of Raham are terrified, and the people of King Saul's town of Gebeth have run away. Shout, people of Gileam. Listen, people of Lishan. Answer, people of Anoth. And the people of Madmenah and Gebim are running for their lives. Today, the enemy are in the town of Nob, and there they are shaking their fists at Mount Zion, the city of Jerusalem. The Lord Almighty will bring them crashing down like branches cut off a tree. The proudest and the highest of them will be cut down and humiliated. The Lord will cut them down as trees in the heart of the forest are cut down with axes, as even the finest trees of Lebanon fall